Hello everyone, today I want to teach you a couple of Dutch words that are really difficult to pronounce. So these are really terrible words to pronunciate, but we'll try it and you'll see if it works. For a lot of people, even the more normal words are already a challenge to do. So here's a list of some nice difficult ones. So let's start with the first word. The first word is springplank. That is a thing that you jump off into the water. You know, like when you're at the swimming pool, you can jump from it into the water. We call it a springplank. Springplank. Then the next word literally means terrible. So terrible in Dutch is verschrikkelijk. Verschrikkelijk. So you start with ver, with the R, and then you continue schrikkelijk. Verschrikkelijk. So even the word itself is terrible to pronounce. There's also a similar word, and it's at least as difficult, that is afschuwelijk. That's also like something like terrible or atrocious. Then you say afschuwelijk. Afschuwelijk. So a lot of people, when it comes to Dutch language, they have trouble using or pronouncing the G or SCH. That's also like a G, but then you say ch. You know, people really get problems with their throat and stuff if they use it too much. The next word also uses this sound, and that is a machine that you can make something like more flat or more shiny. You know, let me look it up what it is in English. Okay, so it is a sanding machine. I don't know if you know what it means, but in Dutch it is een schuurmachine. 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 The next word literally means shouting. What a shouting, you say, or you know, what a noise. What a noise of shouting. That is gekrijs. Gekrijs. So it's a short word, but still, you know, it has the G and then the K, R, I, S, gekrijs. The next word is about how something came to be. And that's what we call TOTSTANDKOMING. 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 Try that. Another word for peacemaker, the translation for that is VREDESTICHTER. VREDESTICHTER. You have a peacemaker. VREDESTICHTER. The next word is someone who literally rings the bells, and that is in Dutch een klokkenluider. Klokkenluider. So you first have the klok, klokkenluider, with the ui, and then der. Klokkenluider. The next one is a tricky one, and that is about forgiveness. Are you willing to forgive? In Dutch that is vergevensgezindheid. That's a long word, a challenge. Vergevens, with the V, vergevensgezindheid. Gezindheid. The next word is for the business people. That is the investment portfolio. In Dutch that is beleggingsportefeuille. Beleggingsportefeuille. So you can say it sounds like leggings, but then with the G is like g. Beleggingsportefeuille. So that comes with a sound like ui. Portefeuille. The last one literally means abuse of power. And we have a word for that, and it's called machtsmisbruik. So that's also a lot of sounds in it that might be difficult. And you say machtsmisbruik. Machtsmisbruik. So imagine you have the G, you have the T, and then the S. So it gets like machts, and then misbruik. So then you have M-I-S, mis, and then B-R-U-K. So that's really a tricky word also. Machtsmisbruik. So these are some of these tough words to pronounce in Dutch. I hope you get used to it, the way it's spoken, and see you next time in the next video.